Okay, we graphed Mugwump today in class, and his coordinates are shown in this left-hand column. The coordinates for Mugwump are x and y coordinates, and we're going to complete this table as homework to complete the coordinates for all of the other Wump family members. Zugwump, the rules for Zugwump are 2x and 2y. So we're going to multiply all of Mugwump's coordinates by 2. The first example you have here is 2 times -1 would be -2 for x, and y is -7. 2 times -7 is -14. And then for -1, -3, 2 times -1 is -2. 2 times -3 is -6. For point C, we have -3 for x and y, and 2 times -3 is -6, so we'll have -6, -6 for Zug. For point D, we have -3 and -2. 2 times -3 is -6. 2 times -2 is -4. For point E, we have -1x, -2y. 2 times -1 is -2. 2 times -2 is -4. I think you get the idea. Just keep applying the rule for Zugwump to all of Mugwump's coordinates to complete this second column. Lugwump has a different set of rules, 3x and y. So in a way, Lugwump's going to be a lot easier because y is just equal to y, so the y coordinates will be the same as Mugwump. Y coordinates are not changing. So we have -7y, -3y, -3y for point C, -2y for point D, -2y for point E. We just need to calculate the x coordinate for Lug, which will be 3 times the x coordinate for Mugwump. So for point A, we have -1x, so times 3, that would be -3. For point B, same thing, -1 times 3 is -3. For point C, -3 times 3 would be -9. Point D, -3 times 3 again, -9. And point E, -1 times 3 would be -3. Just use that same method to fill in the column for Lugwump. Bugwump's rules are 3x and 3y. And one shortcut for completing this table is if you look at Lugwump, his x coordinate is the same rule as Bugwump. So you could just take Lugwump's x coordinates and fill those in for Bugwump. So Bugwump would have -3x, -3x, -9x, -9x, -3x. And we just need to multiply Mugwump's y coordinates by 3 to get the y coordinates for Bugwump. -7 for point A times 3 would be -21. Point B is -3y, so -3 times 3 would be -9. Same thing for C, -3 times 3 is -9. Point D for Mugwump, the y coordinate is -2, and -2 times 3 is -6. And the same for point E, -2 times 3 is -6. Glugwump has the rules x and 3y. So we can take Mugwump's x coordinates and just write them down. So for point A, that's -1, point B, -1, point C, -3, D, -3, and E, -1. And then since the rule for the y coordinate is the same as Bugwump's, I'm just going to take Bugwump's y coordinates and apply them to Glugwump. So for point A, -21, point B, -9, C, -9, D, -6, and E, -6. And just follow that same method to fill in the table for all 4 of those family members. And I don't know, at the point that I'm making this video, I can't remember if we talked about this in class or not, but we'll talk about it a lot tomorrow. Some of these are actual family members to Mugwump because they're similar to Mugwump, and some of these are imposters. And we're going to graph the Wump family members tomorrow in class and determine which ones are family members and which ones are imposters. Okay, I hope that helped fill in that table. I'll see you in the morning.